அது இல்ல இந்த
இல்லப்பா அவங்களோட சப்ஜெக்ட்டுக்கா விஷ்ணு. அப்ப அதுல போங்க, அதுல செலக்ட் பண்ணுங்க, ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் அட்டெண்டன்ஸ் போங்க. அதான் ஆகல, ஃபைனலைஸ் ஆகல. அப்ப அதை போட்டுட்டு ஃபைனலைஸ் கொடுத்துருங்க, அவ்வளவுதான்.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
அருண் ஹாஸ்பிட்டல் தெரியுமாங்கப்பா? அந்த ரோட்ல போ. அந்த ரோட்ல.
Hello, hello. Voice is not audible, please. Voice is not audible. Hello. Voice is not audible, please.
And PPT is also not visible. Shall we join the YouTube link at the no
Voice
PPT?
is not audible.
My voice is audible. Hello? Okay, okay.
Hello. 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 Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Nothing is audible, ma'am, nor anything is visible in the presentation still.
Hello. 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 Make host போடுங்க. இப்போ எல்லாத்தையும் ரிமூவ் பண்ணணுமே எல்லாத்தையும். ஹலோ. 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 தெரியல பேசுறது இல்லை அது க்ளோஸ் ஆகி இப்போ அடுத்தது எப்படி சொல்கிறது, அது எண்ட் ஆயிடுச்சு. மீட்டிங் திரும்ப வந்துச்சு. மீட்டிங் எண்ட் ஆயிடுச்சு. அது எண்ட் ஆயிடுச்சு மேம். அந்த மீட்டிங் முதல்ல உள்ளது இப்போ தான் ப்ளே ஆகுது. தான் இங்கே இருக்குது. இல்லை இல்லை இல்லை, க்ளோஸ் பண்ண வேணாம், இங்கே வாங்க. இங்கே தான் இருக்குது. இருங்க, பேர் பேர் மேம் திரும்பவுமா? இந்த இருக்கு, இந்த இருக்கு. அட்மிட் கொடுங்க சார், அட்மிட் கொடுங்க சார். இங்கே ஹோகோஸ் கொடுங்க சார். இந்த இருக்கு சார், ரெண்டாவதா. ஓகே கொடுங்க. அட்மிட் ஆள் கொடுத்துருங்க மற்ற. மேலே கொடுத்துருங்க ஃபுல்லாக.
వచ్చింది
అది మీకు ఈ పక్కన తెలుస్తుంది కదా.
லேட்டாக தான் இது இப்போ ஒன்றும் இல்லை. இது எண்டு சிம் கூட திரும்ப ஸ்ட்ரீம் பண்ணிட்டுறீங்களா அதை ஃபஸ்ட்டு இருந்து? இல்லை இல்லை கண்டினியூ ஆக வேணாம், அதை கேன்சல் பண்ணுறது. பழசே இப்போ ஸ்ட்ரீம் ஆகுது இதில். இப்போ இது முடிஞ்சு அவங்க ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணலாம். இல்லை இல்லை அப்போ தான் மீட்டில் தான் இருக்கு. கோஸ்ட்டாக போட்டாச்சு, அவர் தான் ஆன் பண்ணணும்.
Yeah, good afternoon all.
இப்போ கேட்குது.
Yeah, ma'am, I joined.
அடுப்பு மீட் பண்ணிட்டாரு.
Good afternoon all. Am I audible enough?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
எதை மேம்? அது இல்லை மேம், வரலையே மேம். பேண்டக் இல்லைங்க ஒன்லி. இந்த இருக்கு மேம், இருக்கு மேம். அவர் எடுத்துக்குவாரு. இவர் இல்லை.
Yeah, good afternoon all. So sorry for the inconvenience, like some technical issue was there. So I hope all of you are safe. Like cyclone is happening in Chennai, so I wish all are taking care of yourself. So today we'll be learning about AI, artificial intelligence, machine learning, with the help of a project I will show. So I hope all know what is AI, artificial intelligence, machine learning. These are the major trending topics in modern world. So myself, Aldo Vincent, I'm from Pantech E-Learning, Bangalore branch. So I will be handling the session for you today. So I will be sharing my screen. So my voice is audible. Any queries you can put in the chat box. Okay. So I will be sharing the screen with you. So I hope my screen is visible. PPT is visible for everyone, right? You can put in the chat box.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah. So as we know, what is artificial intelligence? As we know, AI means we are giving human intelligence to a machine, right? That is called as AI. So nowadays, artificial intelligence is a major booming topic in our current world. So some of the examples of artificial intelligence in our modern world, like ChatGPT. ChatGPT is an example of artificial intelligence. Then where we are using AI in our real life, like we are using in so many recommendation systems, like Netflix movie recommendation system. If I'm watching frequently horror movies or certain languages movies, means next time I'm getting suggestions regarding that movies. So it is due to artificial intelligence. Then in Spotify, if I'm hearing some certain musics like sad musics, if we are hearing frequently, means we can get suggestions, right? So this all comes by artificial intelligence. Then self driverless cars, like right, Tesla is an example of driverless cars. So driverless cars is working with the help of AI and image processing. Okay, like we should be able to identify whether the person is crossing or the road is 2 lane or 3 lane. So these are done with the help of image processing and artificial intelligence. Then AI is used in agriculture, right? AI can be used in agriculture for the disease prediction. If the crops are having any disease, we can predict with the help of artificial intelligence. We can check the moisture content of the soil. By using some sensors, we can know the moisture content of the soil. Then AI are used in chatbots. Then AI are used in Google Assistants. Like common assistants are there, no? Alexa, Siri. Here and all, artificial intelligence come to play. So inside the artificial intelligence, we have some sub branches or subdomain. There we will be having machine learning, deep learning, NLP, this concept. So under the AI, machine learning, deep learning, NLP, image processing, all these topics come. So today we are going to learn about showing a project demo, which is medical cost prediction using machine learning. So this is a project, machine learning project. So I hope you know the basics of machine learning. Machine learning means what? Nothing. Like we are learning from the past experience to predict the future. Okay. For example, weather prediction. Okay, we can predict whether tomorrow is raining or not. How? From the past data we are predicting, like tomorrow it can be rainy or not. So that and all comes under machine learning. So here we are going to discuss a project about medical cost prediction using ML. So in machine learning, there are so many topics like data set, model. So these are the terminologies or terms which we should know before going to machine learning. So what is data set in the sense? For any project to do in machine learning, we should have some data. So that data will be like an Excel file. So that file will be downloaded from the Kaggle website. We have to go to our Kaggle website from where we download the data set for our project. So that data set will be an Excel file, which will be comprising of the features. If our project is related to car price prediction, then the features in the data set will be like the year, like the model of the car, the price of the car, whether the fuel type, like petrol or diesel, like that features will be in the data set. So coming to here, it is medical cost prediction, right? So here we'll be dealing with some patient data. So patient data means what all features it will be having, like age, gender, or BMI. BMI means body mass index. So these features we'll be analyzing and we'll be predicting the medical insurance cost of a single person. So that is this project about. So which all algorithms we are using, that and all we should know, right? So based on the problem statement only, we are able to analyze which algorithm we have to use for our project. So medical cost prediction. So as we know, there are two types, classification, regression. I hope you know the machine learning concept. Like in machine learning, there are three types of learning: supervised learning, unsupervised learning, and reinforcement learning. So supervised learning means nothing. The model will be trained with the labeled data. Unsupervised learning means model will be trained with unlabeled data. So in supervised learning, we are classified into two types, classification and regression. So that is the main thing we have to analyze, whether our problem statement comes in classification or regression. So classification means like, for example, email spam classification. So that problem statement comes under classification problem because email can be spam or not. Loan approval prediction. So that comes under classification problem because loan can be approved or cannot be approved. Okay, so regression problem. Regression means car price prediction. We are predicting the price of a car,
The
right? So
slides
it
are
comes
not
under
moving, sir.
regression. So here is medical cost. So medical cost prediction will comes under classification or regression. It will comes under.
Slideshow is not moving. No.
Yeah, it will. Okay. It will comes under regression. Okay, medical costs using this project comes under regression because we are dealing with some numerical value. Okay, so what is this project about that I'm going to tell? So nowadays, first we have to go through the abstract existing system, proposed system, which all algorithms we are going to implement, that and all, like a slide it will be displaying. So coming to the intro session, what is this project about? As we know nowadays, if you are going to any hospitals, they are charging more from us for anything. They are charging more charges from us. So health costs are increasing day by day. So it is necessary that we develop one machine learning model to predict the insurance cost of a person. So here we are taking a data set from Kaggle website, which is having 1,338 rows of data. Okay, so in that data, what all features we are analyzing means the age, the gender, the smoker, the BMI. Smoker means whether the person smoke or not. BMI, body mass index, children, region, insurance charges. So these all information will be there in our data set. So we'll be applying different types of regression algorithm to predict the medical cost. Okay, so classification algorithm, when we are applying, if the problem statement is like a classification type, like a loan approval, email spam classification. So here it is dealing with a numerical value. So we are applying regression algorithm to our project. So coming to the existing system. So when we are implementing any projects, we will be having some existing system, proposed system, right? So existing system means traditional technology in previously what we are using. So previously we are using supervised and unsupervised model for predictive analysis. So I told what is supervised and unsupervised. Supervised means we'll be dealing with some labeled data. Labeled data in the sense it will have input as well as output, like zeros and ones, etc. Coming to unsupervised, what it is, we will be dealing with unlabeled data. Unlabeled data in the sense it will be having input only, no output. So in the previous existing system, we were using supervised and unsupervised models for the analysis. Okay, so these approaches give very less accuracy. Okay, these approaches are giving very less accuracy, like 70% accuracy only. These machine learning approaches were giving to us. So it is necessary to implement the proposed system, right? So coming to the proposed system, we are going to implement, means what we are going to implement in our project. So what we are going to implement by taking machine learning regression model, right? So in regression model, we are applying four types of algorithms. First one is linear regression. Second one is support vector regression. Third one is decision tree regression and random forest. So we are checking with the four algorithms, like which one is giving more accuracy. Okay, like all the algorithms will be checking and we'll be analyzing the accuracy. So accuracy will be given in percentage. Okay, so classification means we'll be checking accuracy score. Regression means we'll be checking R2 score. Okay, that is the difference. If the problem was in classification, we'll be using accuracy score. So here the problem is in regression, right? So we'll be using regression score. Okay, so by applying the four algorithms, we'll be one by one, we'll be finding out the regression score, like R2 score. So which is giving more R2 score, that is the best model. That will be considered as the best regression model. Okay, so we are applying linear regression, support vector regression, decision tree, random forest. So these are the algorithms that comes in regression. So these algorithms will, among this, which is giving more regression value, will be checking in the coding part. So coming to the system architecture, like every project will be having one system architecture. So first will be the raw data. So what is the raw data means? What we are giving as input. What is our input? Input will be our Excel file. Okay. So Excel file here is the data set which we are downloading from the Kaggle website. So once we download the data set, we have to load into our Jupyter notebook. So for machine learning projects and all, we'll be using softwares like Anaconda Navigator. Okay, you have to download Anaconda Navigator. From that, we have to launch Jupyter notebook. From that, we have to launch Jupyter notebook. Okay, or else you can use any other editor also, like Google Colab. Okay, Google Colab also you can use for coding purpose. Google Colab is nothing, it is an online editor where you can run the code. So any editor, either Jupyter notebook or Google Colab, you can use for coding part. So coming to raw data, the data set we downloaded. After that, we have to pre-process the data. So pre-processing in the sense, we have to clean the data. Okay, our data will be having some null values, some missing values, so many things will be having, right? So we have to pre-process and clean the data to a format. So for that, we will be using some functions. So in the project part, it will be showing like is null function to check null values. Okay, if null values are the drop now, we'll be using to drop the null values. Okay, fill now to fill the null values. So these are some functions that is used in Pandas library. For every machine learning projects, we should know some libraries in Python. It is called as Pandas, NumPy, Matplotlib, then Seaborn. So Pandas is nothing for data manipulation. If you want to load the data set and all, we have to use Pandas. NumPy means numerical Python. Okay, numerical Python in the sense for like dealing with arrays, 1D array, 2D array, or 3D array. Then coming to Matplotlib. Matplotlib is mainly used for data visualization. If you want to visualize the data in the form of any graphs, any charts, then we have to use Matplotlib. Okay. Then Seaborn is also for data visualization purpose. But what is the main difference between Matplotlib and Seaborn is that Matplotlib is used for 3D visualization. Okay, we can represent 3D data visualization using Matplotlib. Using Seaborn, we can visualize 2D, 2D visualization. For example, in Matplot, we are using scattered plot, like that, some graph, which gives 3D visualization. In Seaborn, we are using heat map, pair plot, some representation, which will give 2D data visualization. So that is the difference between Seaborn and Matplotlib. Both are used for data visualization, but one is used for 3D data visualization, another is used for 2D data visualization. Then we will be using the ML models, which are algorithms that is necessary for our project. So after pre-processing step, after cleaning the data, we have to extract the features from the data. We have to apply the ML model. ML model means nothing, the algorithm that which we are applying. Okay. So in our case, we are applying regression algorithms. So linear regression, random forest decision tree, that algorithms will be applying here, and we will be evaluating the result. Okay, we will be evaluating the result. Like I told, R2 score, regression score, we will be checking off each algorithm, how much regression score each algorithm will be giving. So that based on that, we'll analyze which one is the best model among the four, which is having more R2 score. So it will be a perfect fit for our ML model. Then we'll be evaluating the result, like how much is the insurance cost of a single person. So that part and all I will show in the coding part. Okay. So this is the coming to the system architecture. So this is like a flowchart like a diagram. First, we are collecting the data set from Kaggle store. Then we are applying the four algorithms to the data set, like linear regression, support vector, decision tree, random forest. Then after that, we are before applying the algorithm, we have to split the data. Okay, that is the main step. Can you see here splitting of the data? Splitting of the data as training and testing set. So the data set we have to split into training and testing. Okay, that is an important thing. Every time the model should be trained more. Okay, every time the model should be trained more, then only it will give more accuracy, more regression score. So testing data will be less. For example, if you are taking 80% as training data, means testing data will be 20%. We will be splitting our data set to training and testing. Okay, after that we'll be applying these algorithms. Then we'll test the data, we'll compare and select the best model. So that procedure we have given as a chart here. Okay. So for this project, what are the software requirements? So as we know, we should have a operating system in a Windows 7 or 8 or 10. Then we can have Anaconda Navigator. Like I told, Jupyter Notebook will be launched from Anaconda Navigator. Or you can use any online editor, means Google Colab you can use. Okay. Python ideally, like that. Any software which is installed in your computer, you can use according to that. Then hardware requirements, like RAM should be 4 GB. Okay, that is mandatory for any projects to run our system. Our system RAM should be 4 GB. Hard disk should be 200 GB. Processor should be dual core. Okay, that is the thing about the project. So I hope you got an overview what is the project. Nothing, we are going to predict the insurance cost, like medical insurance cost of a person using machine learning model. So it is a regression problem statement. So we'll be using regression statements, regression algorithms like linear regression, support vector regression, and we'll be checking the R2 score and we'll identify the best model from the algorithms. We will go to the coding part. Yeah. So this is nothing. This editor is called as Google Colab. Okay, so I am opening this file in Google Colab. Nothing, you just have to go to Google and search Google Colab. Okay, like this Google Colab. It is an online editor. Okay, we don't need to download or install. Directly, we can code here. Okay, create no notebook means you can directly code from here. It is very friendly. If you are facing some storage issues and all, you can use this editor. Okay, so here you can type the code, and if you to run the cell, we can give shift enter. Okay, print hello world like this. You can type hello world. To run the cell, we can give shift enter. It will run the cell. Okay, so internet is needed for Google Colab running purpose. For Jupyter Notebook, we no need internet. It is an offline application, so no need of internet. But for Google Colab, internet is needed. Okay, so coming to our project. So medical cost using regression. Okay. So first block, this is the coding part. Okay, we are going to analyze the coding part now. So first part is like we have to import the libraries. Okay, so many libraries are there, like pandas, numpy, matplotlib, seaborn. So many libraries are there. Previously I discussed, no? So these all libraries should be installed in your system. Okay. So how to install any libraries in Python means we have to use pip install. Okay. That is a command. If you want to install any library means you have to give pip install the command name. Okay. So where we have to give the command, you can give in the command prompt. Okay. So this is Google Colab. Here we don't need to install. Okay. Google Colab have inbuilt libraries. So just we have to import only. But if you are using Jupyter Notebook and all, we have to install. We have to go to command prompt. We have to give pip install pandas, pip install numpy, pip install matplotlib. Like that, we have to install in command prompt and run in Jupyter Notebook. Otherwise, no modules pandas, like that error will come. So this is Google Colab. Here we don't need to install. We can directly import. So that is what we are doing. We are directly importing the pandas, numpy, matplotlib, seaborn, etc. So these are nothing Python libraries. Okay. As I told, pandas for data manipulation. If you want to load the data set and all, we have to use pandas library. NumPy for numerical Python purpose. Matplotlib for data visualization. Seaborn also for data visualization. Like if you want to plot any graph and charts, we have to use Matplotlib. So the different both are used for data visualization. Difference is like one is used for 3D data visualization, another one is used for 2D data visualization. Okay. So first cell in this Google Colab, everything is a cell. So in the first cell, we are giving the importing statements. So import warning, like any warning message is there means we have to ignore. So that statement is given here. Okay. Then after that, we are importing the libraries. Pandas as PD. PD is the alias name. Alias name in the sense like short form. Okay. NumPy as NP. Matplotlib.pyplot as PLT. So matplotlib alias name is PLT. PLT means plot. Seaborn as SNS. So like this, we have to give the short form like alias name. So if we don't declare this in the above, in the code, it will throw error. So we should declare first all the libraries by import statement. Okay. So after importing all the libraries, which is required for our project, we have to load our data set. So what is our data set means, which we downloaded from the Kaggle website. So I will show you, this is the official website of Kaggle. Okay, this is from where we are downloading the data set. Okay, so whatever data set is available here, we can perform ML projects. But if it is not available means we have to create the data set. We have to create an Excel file. We have to create the features. We have to upload the values and create the data set and analyze that project. Okay. So here we should have an account. So register with Google, sign up with Google. Here you can search any data set, it will be available. Okay. Like Udemy courses, any data set according to your project, you can search here and download it. Okay. So see, I'm searching on Udemy courses data set. So it will be showing so many information. So as you know, data set will be CSV file. So we can click the option CSV. So it will filter the CSV file, Excel file. So go to this Udemy courses and download. So you will get the Excel file. So like that, coming to our project, I downloaded one medical insurance .csv file. It will be having the patient's data like age, sex, BMI, body mass index, children, smoker, whether the person smoke or not, region, okay, which region, charges, everything data is available in this Excel file. So first we have to load the data set, right? So for that we have to use PD, data equal to PD. PD is in the sense pandas. Okay. Read underscore CSV. So we are going to read the data set, right? So the function name is read underscore CSV. CSV in the sense comma separated values. Okay. So we are reading the CSV file insurance.csv. Then we are going to apply some functions. Okay. So head function. So head function is a function that is coming in pandas. So it means like we are reading the first 5 rows of our data set. Okay, we are reading the first 5 rows of our data set. So our data set is having so many rows and so many columns, right? So it will be complex for us to analyze. So we are loading the first 5 rows. So head function will give the first 5 rows. So the starting index is 0, right? So it will be displaying till 4th index. So head function means it will display the first 5 rows. Tail function means it will be displaying the last 5 rows. Okay, that is the difference. So how we are uploading the data set to here? That will be a question, right? So we can see one folder option here, like files. So you can go to here. So it will be showing one option, file upload. Okay. So here you can see my insurance.csv. Already I have uploaded. So it is showing insurance.csv. So if you want to do means you have to go to this file option and search for the file insurance.csv from your downloads and upload. Okay. It will get uploaded to the Google Colab. After uploading, it will be showing like this. Okay, so we can copy the path. Okay, so we copied the path and we pasted here. Okay, that is how we uploading the data set in Google Colab. You have to come to the files. You have to click the file. We have to upload the file, CSV file which we downloaded from Kaggle, and we have to copy the path. Okay, just come to the 3 dots and copy the path. Okay, so after performing head function, we have to analyze the data, right? Only first 5 rows we have analyzed using head function. Still so many things we have to do. So first one, data region dot unique function. So what we are going to do means there is a column called region in our data set. So if you check, you can see there is a column called region in our data set. So region is nothing like where you are from, like Southwest or Northwest, like that. So many regions are there. So data dot region, we are calling the region column dot unique function. Unique function is nothing. We are calling the unique values from the region column. Okay, we are calling the unique values from the region column. That is what is happening. So the output is printing like Southwest, Southeast, Northwest, Northeast. These values are unique values are there in the region column. Okay, that is what is happening here. So D type equal to object. This is like an object type, right? So we are getting D type as data type as object. Okay, I hope it is clear. Now coming to the info function. Okay, next one is info, data.info function. We have to put function parenthesis. So we are going to analyze the data. Okay, so here what happens mean for each column we are analyzing the data type. Okay, for each columns there are so many columns like age, sex, BMI, children, smoker, region, charges. Almost 6 columns are there. For each column we are analyzing the corresponding data type. So if you check, you can see for age it is integer 64. For sex it is object type. So different columns, different data types. So that information we are getting by using data.info function. Then any non-null value count that it is showing, then the memory usage. Okay, so that information related to columns and data types will be getting by using info function. Okay, after that, what we have to do? We analyze the info function, like which all data types are there in our column, we analyzed. Next, we have to perform shape. So shape means nothing. Like how many rows and columns are there in our data set. Okay. So there are 1,338 rows and 7 columns. Okay, 7 columns are there and 1,338 rows. So shape will give the rows and columns in our data set. Okay. Next, what we are going to analyze? We are going to analyze the columns names. So data dot columns. So it will give the corresponding column names. So all the columns, age, all the corresponding 7 columns will be displaying here. So d type is equal to object. So if you want to get column names, call the variable data. Why we are calling data? Because our Excel sheet is stored in the variable data. So every time we have to call data.head function, data.info function, then only we'll be getting the output. Okay. So coming to machine learning, some steps are there. Okay. First one is data collection. Okay. First one is data collection. Second one is data pre-processing. Third one is we discuss in system architecture, right? Feature extraction, then splitting the data to training and testing, then applying the machine learning model, then analyzing the result. So first step is over, right? First step is what? Data collection. We collected the data, CSV file, we loaded, we performed some operation. So data collection step is completed. Next step, what? Data pre-processing. We have to clean our data. Okay, we have to analyze the null values or missing values in our data set. So that purpose we are going to do. So from sklearn dot pre-processing, import label encoder. So sklearn means it is nothing. It is a Python library, like we call scikit-learn. Okay, it is a library which provide machine learning models. So from sklearn dot pre-processing module. Okay, pre-processing is the module name. From there, we are importing label encoder. So label encoder means nothing. We are going to convert the character values into numericals. Okay, label encoder, what it do means it will convert the characters to numericals. So there are certain columns called sex, smoker, region in our data set. So we are going to convert these column values into numericals. Okay, so numericals means algorithm will be easily to, our model will be easy to understand. Okay, that's why we are converting to numericals. So if you go and check in the sex smoker column, it is having some character, right? Characters are showing yes or no values. So after performing label encoder, what it will happen means for this sex smoker region, it will be converted into numericals. Okay, so data.head function we are performing and we are checking means, can you see? For the corresponding columns, the values have been changed into numerical. Okay, so if 0 means what? Female. Okay, 0 means female, 1 means male. Okay, smoker means 0, non-smoker means 0, 1 means people who smoke. Okay, so we have converted the characters in this column to numericals by the help of label encoder. Okay, so we can see this for the corresponding columns and all, it is converted into numericals. 0 means female, 1 means male. 1 means smoker, like people who smoke. 0 means non-smoker. Okay, like that data have been changed into numericals. Next step what? After data collection, after data pre-processing, we have to do data visualization. Like visualization in the sense, we have to plot in the terms of graphs or charts, right? So for that purpose, which libraries we are using, I told you already, Matplotlib or Seaborn we are using, okay, for data visualization purpose. So here we are using Seaborn. Okay, Seaborn means how we represent short form SNS, right? SNS dot count plot. We are count plot is nothing. We are counting the number of observations. Okay, for which column we are counting? For the smoker column. Okay, count plot is nothing. We are counting the number of observation for the smoker column. Okay, for the smoker column, we are counting the number of observation. Data equal to data, our Excel data. So we are plotting that in a graph. Okay, we are plotting that in a graphical format. So I hope the graph is visible for you. So here 0, as we know, what is 0? Non-smoker. 1 means smoker. Okay. So the corresponding data it will be printing, because in our data set, see, 1 means what? Smoker, right? 0 means non-smoker. So see, only 1 person having like smoker is less, non-smokers are more. So the data is displaying like that. Okay. Next, we are performing count plot itself, same, but we are performing it for sex column. Okay, for the sex column, we are performing the count plot, like we are counting the number of observation for sex column. So here also 0, 1. Okay, 0 was female, 1 was male. So the corresponding graph, it is represented from our Excel file. It is analyzing the Excel file and plotting. Okay, so we have completed the data visualization. So we have completed the 3 steps of a machine learning project. First one was data collection, collecting the data, and we uploaded the data set to our Google Colab. We read it is using pandas. Okay. And we next what we did, we went to data pre-processing, cleaning the data. Okay. Remove the null values. Here we did by using label encoder, like converting the string values to numericals. Then we came to data visualization, like plotting in graph format. Okay. So after that, what we have to do? Data splitting. Okay, we have to perform data splitting. We have to split our data set to input data and output data. So that is what happening here. We are taking as X and Y. So X is nothing, X is the input, Y is the output. Or in machine learning, we tell X as independent features, Y as dependent feature. So in the input layer, we have features like what and all? Age, gender, BMI, charges, so many features are there. Okay, while what we are going to predict. So what we are going to predict? Charges. So in the input data, in the Excel data itself, we are having the charges column, right? Whatever we are going to predict, it is already in our Excel data. So what we have to do? We have to drop that column from our Excel. So that is what we are doing here. We are dropping that column. Okay, charges column, we are dropping from the input data, because input data we don't need charges, right? So we are dropping the charges column from our input data, and we are keeping that to our output data, because we are going to predict the insurance charges of a person. So in the output we are keeping the charges, input charges we are dropping. That is what is happening here. Data dot column not equal to charges. We are dropping the charges column. Okay. So after dropping the charges column, we are performing head function. So if you check head function means what? First 5 rows. So in the first 5 rows, if you check, you can't see the charges column because we have dropped it. Okay, we have dropped it using ILOC. ILOC means nothing. Integer location based indexing. Okay, based on the integer location, we are dropping the column charges. So we drop the column charges from our input data. So we are splitting our data into what? X and Y. X is the input data, Y is the output data. From input, we are removing the charges column and we have kept the output as charges. So after that, we have to perform the operations. So first we have to perform from sklearn dot model selection import train test split. Okay, we have to split our data set, right? So X and Y we took, okay, input data, output data. Now we have to split our data set. For that, we have to import train test split. This will allow us to split our data set into training and testing data set. Okay, we have to split our data set into training and testing. So for that purpose, we have to import train test split from model selection module in sklearn. Next, from sklearn.metrics. Metrics is the module name. From there, we are importing accuracy score, confusion metrics, recall score, ROC curve. ROC curve means receiver optimistic characteristic curve. AUC means area under curve. So this is nothing. We are for analyzing the model. Okay, we have to analyze the model, right? For analyzing the model, we'll be calling this accuracy score, recall score, ROC curve, so that we can analyze the performance of our algorithm. Next, we are splitting our data. Okay, so that procedure is being written here. So as I told, we have to split our data into training and testing data, right? So input data will be X train. Okay, X train means input training data. Y train will be the input output training data. Okay, X is what? Input, right? So X train means input training data. X test means input texting data. Okay, Y train means output training data. Y test means output testing data. So how we are splitting the data into training and testing means we are using train test split function. Okay, that function only we are able to split our data set into training and testing. So here we have given X comma Y test size equal to 0.3. That means testing data is 30%. Okay, testing data will be 30%. Then training data will be how much? 70%. Okay, so as I told, training data will be every time more. Okay, then only we will be having our model will give more accurate score or more accuracy, more regression score. So training data will be 70%. Testing data will be 30%. Okay, that code it is written here. So with the help of train test split function, we have splitted our data set into training data set and testing data set. So testing data 30%, training data is 70%. Okay. So input training, X train, X test is input testing data, Y train is output training data, output testing data. Random state equal to 78. So that why we are giving, because every time if you run this cell, the charges values will be changing. Okay. If you don't give this random state equal to 78, if I'm not giving means every time if you run the cell, the values will be changing. Okay, see, now I'm getting 19442. If I run again, see, value change 9487. So the value should be constant throughout. So for that, we are giving random state. Okay, so control Z, random state equal to 78. So how to run? Shift plus enter. So it will run. See, again, I'm running, no change in the value, right? It will be constant, stable throughout the execution. So for that purpose, we are using random state equal to 78. Any value you can give 0, 78 like that. After that, we are giving xtrain dot head function. Okay, ytrain dot head function, like input training head function, output training head function. So the corresponding output it is showing. Next step, okay, we finished data collection, we finished data pre-processing, we finished data visualization, we finished data splitting. Now we are going to the model. Okay, like which algorithm we have to apply. So whichever algorithm we told, like random forest, linear regression, support vector. So which each algorithm we'll be checking how much regression score it will be giving. Okay, so that is what we are going to check. First, we are taking random forest regressor. Okay, so from sklearn.ensemble module, we are importing random forest regressor. Okay, so we are calling random forest regressor function in that n estimators equal to 300. That means nothing. How many times we have to predict the value like that. Okay. Next, random state. As I told, to not to change the values, to have the stable value, we have to give random state equal to 0 or 78 like that. Next, we have to fit. Okay, regressor dot fit. Fit means we are fitting the training data. Okay, we are fitting the input training data and output training data. Okay, X means input, Y means output, right? So X train means input training data and output training data we are fitting to our regressor model. Okay, after that we have to make the predictions. So that portion is happening here. So we are going to make the Y prediction. So Y prediction, for that purpose, we have to give testing data. So testing data is input testing data we'll be giving and we'll make the prediction. So for predicting, we are going to analyze the score. I told you, right? Classification means we'll be analyzing the accuracy score. So here regression. Regression means we'll be analyzing R2 score. Okay, R2 score means nothing, regression score. So from sklearn import metrics. Okay, metrics module is having the regression score and all. Okay, previously we have declared here, right? See, from sklearn.metrics to analyze the algorithm, we should use these things. Okay, so accuracy score we are not using because it is not a classification project, it is a regression project. So we should use R2 score. Okay, so we are using R2 score from sklearn.metrics import R2 score. And we are printing the R2 score for Y prediction and output testing data. So we are getting the R2 score as 85. So 0.85 means our random forest regressor model is giving 85% regression score. Okay, so it is giving 85% as regression score. So it is comparatively good score random forest is giving. Now we have to check with other algorithms how much regression other algorithms are giving. So for that we are going to use next one, linear regression. So this is the syntax from sklearn.linear model. That is the module name. We are importing linear regression. Okay, so we have to call the linear regression function. After that, we have to fit what we have to fit our training data, like input training data and output training data. Then we have to go to the Y prediction, and with the help of the input testing data, we'll be predicting the output testing data. So how much R2 score does linear regression gives, we can analyze by running the cell. So it is giving 71%. Okay, so linear regression is giving 71% for our project. Next, we are checking with the decision tree. Okay, decision tree. So again, we have to call from sklearn dot import tree. Okay, so we have to call the decision tree regressor function. Again, we have to fit. Okay, every time to the model, we have to fit the input training data. So X train we are fitting, then output training data we are fitting. Then we have to predict from the input testing data and output testing data how much R2 score we are getting. So for decision tree also we are getting 73% as R2 score, like a regression score. After that, we are going to check for support vector regressor. So support vector regressor, that also from sklearn.spm, we are importing support vector regressor. So SVM is the module name. So from here, we are calling the SVR function. Next, we have to fit the input training data, the output training data. We have to predict the input testing data and output testing data, how much R2 score. So how much R2 score it is giving? Negative value. So negative value means it is not a good model. Okay, it is not at all suitable for our project. That is what mean by negative values. Okay, we will not be considering that much. Okay, so we have checked with the 4 algorithms, right? First we checked with random forest, then we checked with linear regression, then we checked with a decision tree and support vector. So among this, which is the best model, like which is giving more regression score? As we see, if you check, random forest is giving more regression. How much it is giving? 85%. Okay, 85% random forest is giving regression score. So amongst the algorithm, which is the best model, random forest regressor is the best model because it is giving more R2 score as 85%. Linear regression only 71. This is 73. Support vector is negative value. So the best model is random forest. Okay. So after that, we have to predict the insurance cost, right? We have to predict the insurance cost of the single person. We model creation, model has given the R2 score, regression score. We have analyzed the performance of the model. Now we have to get the insurance cost of the person, right? For that, we have to use NumPy. Okay, for that purpose only, we have imported NumPy in the above session. Can you see we have used a matplot imported NumPy here, right? Numerical Python. So in NumPy, what means numerical Python? It is we deal with the arrays, okay, like one-dimensional array, two-dimensional array, three-dimensional array. So whenever we are dealing with arrays, there comes into play NumPy. Okay, so NumPy itself, so many basics are, so many things are there to learn. Okay, so NumPy we are taking here to analyze this array. Okay, we are using NumPy to analyze this array. So NP, test vector equal to NP. NP is nothing, NumPy short form. Okay, reshape. Reshape means it is a function used in NumPy. Okay, it is a function used in NumPy to reshape. Okay, so mostly arrays will be having some dimension like 1 cross 3, 2 cross 3, 3 cross 3, like that. Some dimension will be there, right? So for reshaping purpose, we are using reshape function in NumPy. Okay, so this is our NumPy array. Okay, 19 comma 0 comma 27 comma some values it is given in our array, right? This is nothing. This is our data set values. Okay, this is our data set values. Like if you check in the data set, see this values like age 19, sex 0, smoker 27, like that. The first index values are there, right? That values we are giving in an array format here. So 19 is the age, 0 is the sex, and this is the body mass index. So that values we are giving in the array. So 1 comma 6. So this is the dimension we are giving. Okay, we have to reshape this array into 1 comma 6. So after reshaping, we are going to predict the text vector of the 0th index. So for the 0th index, we are performing the predicting value. So after when you run the this cell, our model will be predicting how much insurance cost for the person. So it is charging like 9,436 medical insurance cost for a single person. So that is this project. This is a what major project. Like you can show in a very easy way to understand. So this is like back end side only. Okay, if you want to do it like a front end, like a website, means you can use some frameworks like in Python we can use a Flask framework, Django framework. Okay, by that framework you can make a UI for this, and you can make the user input some values, clicking the button, predicting the insurance cost, like that we can do. So this code is having the backend part only. So if you want to do in like that purpose, means we have to import pickle, we have to dump the model to a pickle file, Then that pickle file we have to use in the front end purpose, and we have to open, and like that we'll establish the connection between backend and front end. So the major steps in this project was data collection, data pre-processing, data splitting, data visualization, data splitting, then model we are applying, and we are analyzing the performance of the model, and we are predicting the result. Okay, that is about this medical cost insurance using a regression. So I hope everyone got an idea what is this project about. So every machine learning project have the same procedure. Okay, we'll be downloading one data set from the Kaggle website. We'll be analyzing the features. We'll be pre-processing. We'll be data visualization. After that, we'll be splitting the data to training and testing. Then we'll be applying the algorithm. So when applying the algorithm, you have to be careful, like classification or regression. Okay. So according to the problem statement, we have to give. If it is a classification project, means we will be using random forest classifier, decision tree classifier. Okay. So this is a regression project, like medical insurance cost. We are dealing with some numerical value. That's why we are using regression algorithms, and we are checking which is giving the best model. After that, we are predicting the insurance cost of a single person. So that is it about this project. So if you can all try out this project in what Google Colab or Jupyter Notebook. Google Colab will be more comfortable. We don't have to download, right? From Google, we can just type Google Colab and you can execute the code. Data set you can download from Kaggle website. Just we have to upload the data set here by using this option, and we can run the cell. Okay. If you are using what we say Jupyter Notebook, means you have to use install Anaconda Navigator. Okay, there is a software called Anaconda Navigator. So with the help of Anaconda Navigator only, you should launch the Jupyter Notebook. Okay, so that's it. I hope everyone got an idea about the AIML intro and this machine learning project. So any doubts regarding any clarity doubts? I hope these steps are clear for you. So that data set is only the problem. If we get from the Kaggle website, we can do any machine learning project. If data set is not available, means we have to create data set. That is the only thing. We have to give the column names and features, and we have to give. Okay. So if I show the yeah, so in our data set, it was these features we analyzed. Okay, so according to the project, the features will be different. Okay, so car price prediction means it will be the price of the car, the year, like fuel type, whether car or what we say, petrol or diesel, like that. The features will be analyzed different for different projects. Okay. Okay, so any doubts? I hope everyone got some idea about how to develop machine learning projects. Okay. Any doubts, any clarifications, you can ask out now. Regarding the softwares, you can use Google Colab or Jupyter Notebook. So if you are using Google Colab, means no need to install these libraries. We can directly import pandas as PD. Otherwise, we have to give pip install pandas, pip install numpy. Like that, we have to install the packages. Okay. So can we wind up? So once again, thank you for the coordinators for arranging the session, and thank you everyone for joining in this adverse situation also. So thank you all. I hope some knowledge sharing has occurred here. So thank you all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your wonderful presentation, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, your presence made this day a memorable day. Thank you for listening, for inspiration, for encouragement, for being here, and most importantly, for giving your time and make your presence.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. On behalf of our organized team, it's my privilege to propose a vote of thanks on this occasion. So, I would like to thank our management for conducting this FDP and thank our beloved Dean Sir, Dr. Magesh Kumar, and Head Dr. D. Ruby Ma'am for this guidance and moral support. My heartful with lots of gratitude and respect for our Mr. R. Kumarasamy sir, proprietor for of Pantech. So, thank you so much for everyone. So now we will share the attendance last day PP attendance. So attendance, so everyone must kindly fill that form. நான் சொல்லியிருக்கேன் இப்போ போடுறேன்னு. உங்களுக்கு அனுப்பிச்சு இல்லையா மேம்? மெயில் அனுப்பிச்சிருப்பாங்களே. வெயிட் 5 minutes போடுங்க சார். மேம் அட்டண்டன்ஸ் லிங்க் அனுப்பிச்சிங்களா மேம் சாருக்கு? நவீன் சார் இன்னும் வரலையே மேம். மெயில் பண்ணுங்கள் மேம். மெயில் பண்ணுங்கள் மேம். பண்ணுங்கள் மேம். பண்ணுங்கள் மேம். அனுப்பிச்சிட்டாங்களா? ம் நானும் சொல்லிட்டேன். அவுட் ஆஃப் தேங்க்ஸ்.